This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops.
We've got a chance now for our starting lineups. From point guard to center, this game should be a good one.
Well, this is a game that could be decided by the center matchup. A lot of talent down low.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who can control the glass and ultimately win the possession battle.
And on top of that, staying out of foul trouble will be key for these two because you know they'll be going at it.
Now here's Jones. Cloud can't get it to go. Mitchell outside. DeWanna Bonner on the wing. Pass to Clark. Unloads. Stewart grabs the miss.
Here's Phoebish.
She's covered by Mitchell.
Phoebish with the bucket.
Maybe not the best athlete on the squad, but she had the room she needed.
Clark with it. Right side, Howard. And Brianna Stewart with the block.
The incredible wingspan of Stewart coming in handy. She can cover a lot of ground.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to the aggressive swat.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters they're going to be there all night long.
First quarter play, 1 minute played.
Caitlin Clark outside.
New York with the rebound.
The #1 overall pick in 2016, Brianna Stewart continues to be a big-time player in the W.
Well, her transition from Connecticut to the WNBA was seamless. She won Rookie of the Year and established herself as a star right from the jump. Now, as a veteran, Stewie remains one of the most dominant players in the league. Not afraid to do work in the trenches. Bonner has a nice touch around the rim.
From 11 feet away, that one wide left.
Now here's Boston.
Covered by Ionescu.
They double team Aaliyah Boston.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Indiana with the ball. Here's Natasha Howard for three. A rebound by Brianna Stewart.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Now here's Jones.
Phoebish.
Tries yet again, and the layup is good.
Terrific job to convert the putback. She stayed with that play from start to finish, and that's something we say about her a lot.
Here's Clark.
Pass to Bonner. Lets it go from deep. Can't hit that one. On offense, here the Liberty. Ionescu outside. For three. Mitchell grabs the board.
It's rare to see her come up empty on such a wide-open hook.
And it's been a rough few years for Indiana. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2016.
Single-digit wins in 5 of the last 7 seasons. But the good news is the Fever have loads of young talent. Starting with Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, they have arguably the best young core in the W. She was the first one to react to that miss. I mean, that's just a hustle play on the putback.
Outside Stewart. Puts up a three.
Pass to Phoebish.
The three ball. That one's good, and so Natasha Cloud gets the assist.
A premier passer. Cloud racks up an assist. Really puts her teammates in great positions to score.
Mitchell outside. The tray. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I wasn't sure they should try to get the three right back like that, but hey, it worked out for them.
The shot by Ionescu, no good. The Fever trailing. Mitchell, shot's good.
You'll see her hit from very deep, but she isn't a one-trick pony. Mitchell has the skills plus toughness to score inside, too.
Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu knocks down the three ball. Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's the Liberty. They're up by 3.
And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And off we go. A close game now entering the second quarter. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Really putting in the work on the offensive glass.
They've set the tone here early with the hustle.
And one major rule change this year, the addition of the reset timeout.
It's something that's been around in the G League for a while, and it's worked really well there. So they brought it to the W.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it in the G League, and I know it'll be an awesome new wrinkle for the WNBA.
Now here's Davis. Pass to Sabali. No good from outside. So it's Indiana now. They trail by 3. Inside, here's Cunningham. Yes, and it's Damaris Dantas picking up the assist.
The analyst motor of Sophie Cunningham. So tough to guard. She's always moving.
To the paint, here's Jones. And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
She made that pass to a spot and let her teammate run right into it. That is how you distribute the basketball.
And Sophie Cunningham has joined the trend of WNBA stars broadcasting in the offseason.
Does a great job. She was on the Suns broadcast last year, able to break down the game so well because, well, Sophie is also playing basketball at the highest level.
She's covered by Clark. Pass to Sabali. Caitlin Clark pulls it in. Now here's Wallace. Guarded closely. Yep, that one goes.
You see the balance from Wallace. Locked in on scoring no matter what the defense throws her way.
And here's Davis. She's covered by Clark. To the middle. Here's Jones. The Fever pull it in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Oh, no good.
She had all the space she needed, but just could not find the bottom of the bucket.
And Clark pulls it down. The Fever leading. Christy Wallace on the wing. 5 points in the game. Yep, that goes.
In the paint, Dantas insists on getting her shots. Doesn't allow contact to slow her down.
Well, New York won that 2020 lottery. Their prize, man, it was a great one. Sabrina Ionescu.
Well, she was the first piece, right? And she endured some tough times. But her talent and overall play helped attract Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, and other key players.
Now here's Wallace. And there the Fever with another bucket.
Well, Wallace is a tremendous three-point shooter, but as you can tell, her mid-range jumper is pretty good as well.
Pass to Berg. Jones with it. Over Cunningham. Jones can't hit. Here's Wallace.
She has 7. Misses from close range. The Liberty Trail. Here's Burke. Misses the 3. Now here's Wallace. Guarded by Jones. 14 feet out. Offensive rebound. Here's Clark. Got her with the pump fake, just couldn't finish. Now here's Davis. Defense is right there. Jones. A special move before the shot.
A premier interior scorer, Jones's physical presence is enough to intimidate defenders.
Pass to Clark. Connects on the 17-footer.
Hard to stop, guys. She poses a ton of matchup problems for any opponent.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Fever on top. They lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this. Start of the third quarter here after a closely contested first half. One of the main stories here, Wallace getting it done today.
Her decision-making simply flawless today. Nothing but quality shots from her in the first half. She wasn't forcing anything.
Yeah, but I think here in the second half, they may want her to be a little more assertive and start taking more shots, even the tough ones.
And the shot is good.
I'll bet her percentage is pretty high from that range.
Now Ionescu, the 2024 top pick, Caitlin Clark. We've never seen a player enter the league with her level of hype, and it's deserved.
It's crazy. I mean, you're talking about Caitlin Clark setting the scoring record for career points in college, shattering viewership records as well. Lots of people excited to see Clark in the W.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Liberty. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Out to the right wing. Here's Phoebish. Outside for Cloud. Jones. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu. The shot's good on the assist by Jonquel Jones.
Can't give Ionescu any airspace from downtown. If you do, she'll torch you from there.
Now here's Clark, covered by Ionescu. Shot's good by Clark.
Just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
From outside the arc. And it's Stewart missing. And here's Indiana. And guys, we've heard so much about Caitlin Clark, but Brian, why don't you give a scouting report to those who haven't gotten a chance to see her play?
Well, she's an incredible passer. She's got limitless range, and I think she's underrated as a defender. For the Fever, we're talking about a franchise player to build around.
Now here's Ionescu. She's got 6.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Mitchell with it. She's covered by Cloud. Bonner outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cans it from downtown.
You can't give Bonner any time and a clean look. She will make you pay.
Here's New York now. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Phoebish. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeWanna Bonner. That's her first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Mitchell. Back to Bonner. Shoots from the high post. And another basket for Indiana.
It's been all one-way traffic here. They've really been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get.
It just keeps increasing.
Now here is Ionescu. She has 6. Here's Fibish. Outside Stewart. 5 on the clock. Jones left side. Ionescu. New York, no good that time either. Hull with the ball. Stewart's there. Hull with the bucket.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
You kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other.
Timeout called the Liberty. Liberty making a switch here. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Isabel Harrison on the wing. Burke, pass to Gardner. Now Johannes. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
That's a great job by Rebecca Gardner of rotating the basketball, and her teammate ends up with a wide-open look.
And here's Burke. The shot will not fall. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Fever on top, up 11. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know.
And so many tremendous players in this league. Who do you think gets overlooked?
Well, it might be weird to call a former MVP underrated, but Nneka Ogwumike has been playing at a high level for a very long time, and I think she deserves more recognition.
And I'll take Kelsey Mitchell. For years, she was carrying that Indiana team by herself offensively. Now, she's certainly got a lot more help.
And it's in.
Inside, Dantas makes a good use of her size. That's what allows her to get to her shot.
Now here's Cloud. She's covered closely. All alone. And the bank shot is good.
Sabrina Ionescu.
Now here's Clark. Dantas, right side. And it's good. 2 points.
That is some dime dropping. Exquisite assist.
Pass to Burke. Back to Cloud. The 3 is up. No good.
Their rebounding has been a big key to their success in this game.
It really has been a completely one-sided battle on the boards.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
Takes the 13-footer. Shot is good by Ionescu.
Excellent release from mid-range. Ionescu has a gift for getting to her spots offensively.
Now a timeout called by Indiana.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Mitchell outside. Back to Bonner.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Fever will retain possession. That'll be a 5-second call.
The ball goes to New York.
Here's Ionescu. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth here. There's the triple. They get it back. Stewart misses. And they can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Give themselves a little bit of a break.
Shoots it. Bonner. And it's good. Fought through the contact. Hit the shot. And she'll go to the line.
She's been in this league for a decade and a half now, but DeWanna Bonner is still going strong.
Yeah, that's maybe her greatest attribute, her consistency of excellence. She can do a lot of things at a high level, and you always love to see her activity level at both ends. She's a coach's dream.
New York now. They trail by 14. Three-pointer Sabrina Ionescu.
It's hauled in by Boston.
Well, maybe she thinks she can shoot her way out of this cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Someone tell her it's time to give up the three.
Howard. That's in. Coming off an assist from DeWanna Bonner.
That just adds to what's probably already an insurmountable lead. I think they'll be leaving here with a win.
Yeah, hard to imagine any other outcome than the one that's staring us right in the face.
Now here's Ionescu. Here's Jones. Count that one.
Gotta appreciate how Ionescu reads the defense. Terrific job of finding the open teammate there.
With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
They should jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Count that bucket.
And that caps off what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
Yeah, Tim, I'd like a piece of that cake if I could have it.
What type of cake?
Now here is Ionescu. And she's good on the three ball. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Here's Howard. Here's Mitchell. And they're the Fever with another bucket.
Terrific run to put this ball game away.
And now let's see just how much longer they keep that foot on the accelerator.
They got to keep it on the accelerator to the finish line.
Now here is Stewart.
Pass to Phoebish.
Natasha Howard pulls it in. 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Clark from the arc.
Rebounded by Phoebish.
Now here's Cloud. She's covered by Clark. So it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. And some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
You got to defend your home floor, and they really seem to revel in confidence. This is what they came out to do here.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.